he's soft and cuddly to me, but to a lot of other people, not so much. He's also checking my pockets right now to see if I have anything, which is why I took my phone out. Because if he can get a hold of rings or bracelets or watches or phones or anything like that, you're better off just letting him have it. He's a very territorial creature. So the one thing about him is he gets a little vicious when you take things that he wants. So good example of that is one of my buddies from college was here, and we were in that room right there, and I was showing him Coda, and I was letting him run around on the ground. And as I turned around to wash my hands, he set his phone on the ground to get a video of the animal running on his phone. Then I turned around and was kind of like, no, in slow motion as I saw him go to pick up his phone. And Coda immediately clawed at him, and he ripped his hand back. So he ended up getting 9 stitches through the hand right here because his claws are very sharp. So he's cute, cuddly, and sweet until he gets something that he wants and you want it back. We're trying to teach him what the Rolex symbol looks like, but it's a little bit of a work in progress. But he used to live in the house. Yeah, so he lived in the house for probably 4 or 5 months. But the end of him living in the house was, one, he can open any baby lock in the world. It's like all our cabinets have one where you squeeze the ends together and then pull the bottom out. Yeah. Hold up, quit, bro. And he very quickly learned how to open those, so he wasn't really safe from anything. And then his favorite thing to do would be to grab stuff and take it up to the 2nd story and chuck it and see what made the loudest noise when it fell. So it could be dinner time and you'd have like a bass coming from the 2nd story. So that was the end of him living in the house.
He's very smart.
Yeah, he is smart. That's why even right now, his little latch lock on it, we have a carabiner that we have to stick through the hole, because if not, he'll just reach his hand through and open it. And get out pretty easily. And a lot of our animals here have really specific diets, so like all of them have these diet sheets that tells you exactly what they can and can't eat. But being a cousin of a raccoon, he kind of has a stomach of titanium. So in the wild, he eats a lot of like eggs from bird nests. He would eat the birds too if he could catch them, but he probably couldn't. And then insects and things like that, fruits, veggies. Here he eats a lot of like veggies and hard-boiled eggs and things of that nature. But his diet sheet legit just says anything you can eat, he can eat. So like if we're having pizza, sometimes we give him a piece of pizza or like a hamburger or anything like that. And it's no problem for him. He's pretty good about eating just about anything.
So how did you guys get him? What made you like, oh yes?
No panic
So there's an exotic, do you guys know where Cookville is? So there's an exotic animal sale in Cookville, and they have just about everything in the world, from micro squirrels that are this big to they'll have zebra, camels, water buffalo, bison. I mean, just about anything in the world you can think of. And then they have a warm room where they have finnick foxes. The iguana wasn't from there, but they'll have various reptiles and things of that nature. So when you was a baby, someone was walking around with them feeding him a bottle, and we didn't even know what it was. So my mom was like, oh, it's so cute, we have to have it. So then we ended up buying him. And then he's pretty friendly, so he likes people. He likes getting out, like when I go in there and put his little loop there, he sticks his head through it, and he's ready to go out. But then we have 2 more in there. You can see the gray coming out the chute on the left. And the 2 in there are a breeding pair. So they just don't mind people. Like, they're not going to attack me or anything, but they don't necessarily like to come out. So we just leave them be. But that one right there, you can see she's pretty gray right now. And she's usually this honey badger color. And last time she turned gray like that was right before she had a baby. So we assume that she's going to have a baby again soon. And then, so the babies, we'll let them be in there with their mom for about 3 weeks. And then after that, they don't, like, their mothers aren't super protective over them, so they don't even really care. So then we'll take them and we'll feed them bottles, and they'll usually stay in the house. Hi, Ruby. It is a kangaroo. But they'll usually stay with us and we'll friendly them up. The last time we had a baby, we had it on a bottle for like 6 months, and it was friendly as the day was long. And then someone was looking for one, so we sold it somewhere else.
Who was looking for one?
Yeah, ironically, as much as a lot of people don't know they exist. Oh, no. 29. you guys want, you can feel what his skin feels like, or not his skin, but his fur. So he is a little freaked out, so sometimes it's hard to. Oh, the E9s. Yeah, it's like wiry.
Okay, we believe you. We believe you. Today we're gonna dish this here. And it is leaving.
And this guy right here is Willie. He is also an arboreal creature, so he spends a lot of his time in the trees as well. Those particularly big iguana and a particularly old iguana. If anyone's ever been to like South Florida, you've seen like the iguanas there. They're usually not quite this big. And that's because iguanas grow their entire lives. So he's a particularly old iguana. In the wild, they live to be about 5 or 8 years old. In captivity, they can live to be 15, and he is 18 right now. So he is particularly old, but he loves to be pet. You can scratch him on the neck right here. Feel him if you feel like it. He'll close his eyes and look up usually. That's up to you guys. Can you find it? I'm not on the electric one. Okay, perfect.
Dude, you do Coda and this?
Well, yeah, I just started talking about him.
Did you do Coda?
Yeah.
So this guy is a arboreal creature, meaning meant to live in trees. He is shedding right now, so his colors are kind of dull. But this thing on top of his head right here is his parateal gland, which detects things coming at him from above. Specifically, it detects shadows above him. Look how he wants to take it. And he's perfectly friendly, pet him if you like. He's shedding all over. Like that. But closes his eyes and goes, oh, that's just the place. Just don't put that. Right here he feels all rough and bumpy. Right here he feels like sandpaper. Right here he feels like a wall or a post or something like that. Welcome to pet him if you like. Why not? This next guy is Bakugan, so named because of the Bakugan toys. So these Bakugan toys, which my son was all in love with when that boy that just walked out was 5 or 10 or whatever. And the thing about these toys is they close up into a ball like this, and then there's this can they try to roll it and have a thing on the magnet, and then it springs out of the ball like that, and then it's a toy. So this guy is our own personal Bakugan. That is, his name is Bakugan. And this guy closes up like that. This is a Brazilian 3-banded armadillo. So this is a mammal, not a reptile. So this is a carapace, not a shell. That's the front half, back half. These are his 1, 2, 3 moving bands. They are held together with bands of skin. Then all these little star shaped patterns all over him are little bony plates, also held together by smaller bands of skin like this. You can see the hair coming through all in between the little bony plates, because this is a mammal, not a reptile. And then his head and his tail fit straight together like that, and he balls up and he's like, I don't believe you can get me. And then when he comes out, well, you wanted me to close up. He just comes out like that. And that's why his name is Bakugan. I think the coolest thing about this guy is the way his little ears go there. Like that. It's a guinea pig smell. And when you put him down, he just runs around like a little potato with high heels on. He is an he is a an insectivore, which means he loves to eat bugs. He likes, here we feed him superworms and mealworms and hornworms and waxworms and black soldier fly larvae and housefly pupa, and we sprinkle them all in his dirt box in his room, and then he scurries around and digs out them all. And he gets a wonderful time out, and that's how he eats. And we have been looking for quite a while to get him a little woman, but sadly they almost always birth identical quadruplets, and they are almost always male. So really hard to get females. When a breeder gets some, they don't want to sell them. But when I finally do get a female, I'm going to name it Shaka Khan, go with Baka Khan, and give them their little walkout music. Well, that guy is a three-banded Brazilian armadillo. This next animal has a similar theory of defense as Baka Khan.
He likes the plastic bag. It makes more. It's just running around.
That guy ran me with the horse down once too often. He doesn't do that anymore.
Somebody said they have a female one available. They're gonna message us.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Klondike Exotics. They're gonna send us a message.
perfect. According to Nicholas, did I not? Okay. So these guys, that one balls up and says, I don't believe you can give me. These ones ball up and say, go ahead and try. When they're full stick straight out, hands into their skin, they're quite sharp, and then when they lay down, you just cut them from the front to the back. And if you would like to hold one, what you do is you pick them up off the ground like that, because they're soft on the bottom, they're only sharp on the top. Then you cut them front to the back like this. If you cut them back to front, you'll have a very different experience. And the first aid kit is right down there. And if you want to take a picture with one, take your hand and you put it behind. It's two front feet like that, so it doesn't just ball up. And then you like 4 or 6 feet together like that. And so that's one of them. And this one is, that one's Penelope. This one is Ginger. And Ginger's a little chunky monkey. And Ginger is partially albino. So she's got the red eyes and the pink skin. That's because she is partially albino. Well, I can hold that one too. You catch Baku before I lose him. Klondike Exotics, huh?
Yeah, he said that you know him. Klondike Kid Exotic. He's still in there, but send us a message. He says you know who he is.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Here he is.
Ah, excellent.
Can we put him back?
Please, yeah. Which one is Klondike on?
TikTok.
Hey, Klondike Kid, yeah, absolutely. Send me a message. I very much want one.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, great. Hello, Vallejo. How are you? Good. I thought that the two of them rode that motorcycle you're on. I hadn't seen that one before. I was like, that would have been a tight fit for 2 people. Is that a 250? Yes.
It's a 600.
It's a what?
600.
600. Stepping up. Public service announcement. If you see a blue motorcycle coming your way,
At 300 miles an hour.
dodge. What is it? Dip, dive,
Duck, dive, and dodge.
dip, dive, dip, duck, dive, dodge. How's it go?
For the dodgeball thing, where he's throwing the
Yeah,
wrenches.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. If you're in Benton, Tennessee, and you see a blue motorcycle, dodge. All right, next animal. Let's hit the hand sanitizer before I get the next one out. This is going to be a baby animal. There's one there, one there.
You really should put a Dodge logo on your motorcycle because people have to dodge it.
See the cow on the back?
I thought I saw something on it, and I was like, that's probably Ellie's, and Emmy probably would love that.
My race bike has a bunny on it. So we went to Walmart last night. I found this cow. I'll show you the picture.
So we were in Sonic last night. Your brother showed up 2 different times.
Hey Kevin, is there anyone in here?
No.
Ellie, what did you do right to get a new motorcycle?
My one was about to blow up, and we sold the other one.
You just,
We sold the 300 and the 400, like, about
you know, that's like a God thing. God by relationship. Exactly. Just it's your dad instead of your heavenly father. You got it by relationship. That's the answer. Yeah. All right, next animal.
Well, Emmy told me that she named these guys. I don't remember what she named them.
Who knows?
All right, this next animal is the smallest animal on the farm. I don't know if she wants to come out and see us or not. She's in too. Might have to go choose again. Sweetheart, you want to come out and see us? You go pick a different one. You can get out.
Oh, like, not yet. Yeah, hogs, well, nothing's been fed, other than afternoon bottles. We can start that.
These are micro squirrels.
5.
This is the world's smallest variety of squirrel. They're already weaned. They're old enough to go home, but these are babies. No, it's a micro squirrel. Just a squirrel. But these come from South Africa. They're called either African pygmy squirrel or African pygmy dormice. Not because they're mice, because it's I've forgotten this again, Kevin. What is it?
Just door means like dormitory, like they hibernate.
Dormir.
Yeah.
From the French, meaning they hibernate, so they're hibernating. But these are the world's smallest variety of squirrel. And I'm going to get an adult size one out. You can pet these little guys. But these ones are just. They're not bonded to people yet, so they may jump off your hand, and I'd be hoping they didn't get hurt and chasing them. But
We're just
I'm going to
gonna
get an
finish
adult one you can hold.
down here. We talk about clean cow.
You can have water chicken for a second so I can give you some fun. We might need to change it. Hey, little man.
He's right there getting another animal out of the feed room.
He said, I'm gonna take the whole thing.
Hey Emma, did you feed sloths and potas this morning?
I fed the coins.
He asked me, he's like, hey, do you have step in? I was like, hey, bro. Then that would get them back to me.
These ones are adult-sized ones. They're quite amped up right now. But interesting thing about these, they don't fall down. Their fingers are so little, they're holding on to the lines of my skin to scoot. Not scoot like that, not grab.
I'm gonna go get Georgia. I'm gonna go to Georgia too.
Sure.
I cleaned out those fire pits.
Excellent. Actually, it's not shaking, its heart rate is over 200 all the time.
That's part of the farm experience. There you go.
I barely pet dogs, so this is like I pet my cat and that's it.
She got a little extra farm experience, John. She got.
No extra charge. Fat finger right there.
I just want to pick on my hands. Look, there's no tank. Look, there's no Hans, look.
Oh, it's so great, dude.
Look, that ain't it. Look, Hans, get it right here. Hans, right here. Wait, hey, Hans, look, right here. Hans, no, Hans, wait. What a chicken. I don't know where it went. Hold on. It's back here. That's on the wall. Okay, I got it. I did. Like, it's in the thing. Anyway,
Looks like you're carrying around the swan, trying to use it as like a vacuum cleaner.
yeah. See, we call my dog Hoover because we say Hoover. He comes and eats whatever's in the floor. Look at him, he's so cute.
So fluffy, fluffy.
What are you calling it? A water chicken?
Look at him, he said you can't get me.
I love her water.
Alright, I got one. What's his name?
Hans.
Get Hans, get it.
This next little one is new to the farm. All of our kangaroos have been in pairs. So the first two were rough and tough, then was Damani and Alora, then was then was Rosie and Josie, then it was Tom and Jerry, then it was Ruby and Max. And the one out there has a baby that's about to come out of the pouch and doesn't have a little compatriot to be its pair animal right now. So I went and bought this one to go with the one that's about to come out of the pouch. You're welcome to hold this and pet it. Since there's only two of you, normally on a farm tour there's more people than this.
Yes.
That one is a little girl. She's 7 months old. So she's about 2 weeks out of the pouch right now. Oh yeah, you just did that. I remember you said cat, but you just did hand sanitizer. Kangaroos, toxoplasmosis. Humans can be sensitive at 15,000 parts per million. Kangaroos can die at 5 parts per million. So you can't pet a cat and then pet a kangaroo. Telling you earlier about her feet, you can see on this little model. She's got leather pad, and she's got one giant toe. She's got 2 teeny ones there, and then she's got 2 tiny, tiny, tiny ones right there. Yep. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. couldn't name
Mind
this
your
one
way.
yet because we don't know if the one coming out of the pouch is a boy or a girl. And we usually give them, we have them by pairs and we give them little pair names.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the other one's a boy or a girl, so it's hard to decide what the two of them would be named right now. But if you want to give us a comment, you got some suggestions. We know at least one will be a female. So if you want to throw out some suggestions for either two girls or a boy and a girl, we'll be naming these when the other one comes out of the pouch and we know what it is.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh no? She needs a bottle if you want to give it to her. So the red measuring cup in there is 2 tablespoons and it's 1, 1, 1. The red measuring cup is hanging on the side of the fridge. When they're this size, they're eating 5 bottles a day.
5 bottles of
It's a time commitment to bottle feed little kangaroos like this. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Guys got any name suggestions? Thinking Hansel and Gretel, but that kind of that story had sort of a dismal ending.
Dark
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta give me a smile, John. There we go.
We need a classic Australian name. I think.
Bindi and Robert.
Me and Robin.
Bendy and Robert, yeah.
Or Bindi and.
Oh, Mindy and Mork.
Mork and Mindy.
Old show.
Yeah, Mork and, I love that show. Back in the day.
Harry and Steve. Harry and Steve. Bindi's parents. But
You guys.
Steve kind of came to a bitter end too.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys, so a guy I tried to hire to be my lizard keeper this past recently. His name is Christian Cave. He has a YouTube channel, Caveman Wildlife. Have you guys seen it? Oh, you don't like snakes, so you probably haven't.
No.
But if you want to be horrified at a video,
It's okay.
this, yeah. Well, he has a cool video of catching
Yeah.
a giant anaconda in the rainforest in the wild.
I'm
You're like,
okay.
no, don't do that.
I'm okay. We saw a vulture grab a snake out of the road on our way here, though.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Is that a peacock? No.
Well, I couldn't tell. I need new glasses, really.
Somebody else had another recommendation. Bonnie and Clyde. That'd
A bitter ending.
be- Hey,
I need some happy ending names.
Jack and Jill, and then someone else said Mork and Mindy would be good.
Yeah.
How about
If it
Adam?
was 2 girls, we could do Laverne and Shirley. There's a happy one.
If it is boy and girl, we could do Adam and Eve.
How about, what was Laverne and Shirley? They had one of them had, it never was actually their boyfriend, but there was a guy in the show.
I know.
Carmine.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm too old. Nobody would know that one. Carmine and, yeah, Shirley and Carmine.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's gonna be real.
Somebody just said Nanu. Remember that's what he would always say?
Nanu,
Nanu, Nanu.
I know. Nanu, Nanu.
Look at her. She's just.
Could wait for another 2 males and call them Mork and Orson. Remember the way he used to start that show? Mork calling Orson, come in, Orson. And then when it turned to the black, it'd be like, hey, you're a fat chip and stuff like that.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, it was fun. Grandfather again. All right, Cube Squad up next.
Did
You
you
gotta
do,
close the doors.
did you already do gliders?
Did Michael not get gliders out?
Uh-uh.
No, I didn't. Forgot, you guys want to see sugar gliders? Okay.
I figured since she had the aversion to snakes, she would probably really enjoy the cute thing. Yeah.
I stepped on one, remember, as a child. That's like my first memory.
Probably
So, as you
traumatic.
can imagine, that was a little bit traumatizing.
Spiders and snakes. Yeah.
Remember I was in Australia, there were these huge spiders that were like orange. And like it was on the stop sign. You could like see it like way back here.
Yeah.
And you could just like see like it just I was like
You're like, no thank you on the spiders.
so well glad in the car.
4:30 to our, no, it was 4:30. Alright, y'all, this one is a sugar glider. Sugar gliders are marsupials, meaning mammals with pouches. See it in there. Little one. So sugar gliders are in no way related to squirrels. These are marsupials, meaning mammals with pouches. If you want to hold one, you scoop like a pancake. Remember, you don't pick a pancake off the grill like that, and you don't like stand there and wait for the pancake to crawl onto the spatula. You scoop like a pancake like that. Scoop, there you go. So sugar gliders are so named because they like sweet things and they like to glide. So these sugar gliders, I'm told that if they started from the top of the goalpost, they can make the 50-yard line in one glide. They can certainly jump all the way across this barn aisle here. And she's about to do a little through the hoop. They might not feel good. The sugar gliders, though, when they are born, they are the size of a single grain of rice, and they go up into their mother's pouch. And the sugar gliders will stay in the mother's pouch for about a long time. A long period of time. They are in the mother pouch. I guess I should look that up. I forgot. Chemo brain is a terrible thing. What can you do? So anyway, these guys are from Australia, and they are not related to squirrels. And they're cute little animals. They're good pets, but only if they don't stay in your bedroom. They run on a wheel at night, and they can bark like a little tiny dog. And so you wouldn't want it to sleep in the room where you sleep. But beyond that, they're good little pets. Look how big his tail is. Bounce, I guess. Glide, yeah. Falling with style. Oh, what was the cowboy in Toy Story's woman's name? Woody in first movie he didn't have a girlfriend?
Daisy? Was it?
Either Jesse or Bo Peep.
I think it's Jessie. Jessie was the cowgirl.
Was the cowgirl.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw the one where Jessie was in it, but I was aware there was one.
Bo Peep was a not a good person. She was trying to take his voice box. He messed up.
That's the little doll, the creepy doll.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the dog. There was a Slinky dog, and they're like trying to take the parts away from the other toys.
Her own kid.
Yeah.
Where are you trying to go?
I guess I only ever saw the first one of
They get progressively.
Where are you going?
Disney.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
There you go.
Hi, come here, sweetheart. Wanna go home? You have kind of needs. You know, one little bag like this hanging in there, they'll all crowd into one.
10 of them?
That's it, if you had 10.
Oh.
There is like 4 or 5 usually in that bag though, because it's like a mom and a dad and a couple babies, and they're fine with it. They like it.
You have funny hair. It looks like a little grandma.
He kind of does.
All right, girls, since we're with a small group, we'll see a really little one. That is what a little baby looks like. You right or not? Baby's nursing right now, that's why his face is stuck in the couch. See it right there?
Really good.
Well, it's been in the pouch for about 2.5 months now, and it just came out of the pouch last week. And then this one, it has been out of the pouch for a few weeks. There's 5 in there.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, see them all in there?
You know,
me to close this door?
Please. Hey, you wanna fly the Paris first before we let them out?
Sure.
Okay. So this one is Tiki, that one is Skittles. Here it comes. Tiki and Skittles are both male macaws. They are both 1.5 to 2 years old. Tiki is a scarlet macaw. Skittles is a rainbow macaw. Come here, Tiki. Oh, that's your right. The non-animal person, you didn't know you were not. Oh, there you go.
You want to get?
So when we were outside, I made a mention the birds are all fully flighted, including the macaws. I got it.
I think one bird at a time is.
I went to take one, and the other one didn't want to stay.
Oh.
There he goes. The non-animal people should have to go here.
I want to be your friend. I think you were just out of frame to get it landing on you, but I think we got most of it. She saved your life.
Here's a souvenir of your terror experience. Think about a rainbow or Catalina causes feathers, one color on one side, a different color on the other side. And that particular feather is all the colors of the rainbow right there. You see how many colors are on that in the camera right there? It's blue on that side and it's the entire rainbow on this side. Does that show up?
It just looks kind of like a stripe of orange. That's awesome. That's off the macaw?
This is off of Tiki.
Oh.
No, sorry, that's off of Skittles, the rainbow. Are you ready to see a bunch of animals run around loose? Not so much. All right. This is the Cube Squad. Not me. These guys are all still on balls anyway. Alright, so the black one there is Llama Del Rey. The gray one is Tyler, because that dude looks like a lady. The smaller gray one is Fox, because he's the fox with socks. The fox in socks. The one right here is Liza Minnelli. You guys aren't old enough to know who that is. Oh, do you know who Liza Minnelli is? Alright. That one is Blondie. She may or may not have a heart of glass. This one is Dove, because he's ram. That one is Shoat, because that's a sheep that looks like a goat. But it is a sheep. And that one is Teeny, because we're just creative with the names like that. brought you here from California? Aside from Morgan Wallen.
My parents moved here, so I just moved with them.
Yeah. What do you do?
I work at a children's hospital.
Nice. What's your position there?
And I'm in hospital. It's like close.
Yeah. I have one daughter whose job is nurse oncology.
Oh, yeah.
Or pediatric oncology, but she's currently in Italy and they don't recognize nursing licenses from the US and Italy.
Really?
Her husband's in the Air Force though, so that's where they are right now. And then my other daughter is, or one of my other daughters is nurse trauma. And she's in med school right now. She just can't get enough of
You're not so sure, Mom. The other ones all want to go. And you're just not so sure. You're like my dog. You
She looks like she's done that before.
like the little tiny size. I know they're just babies, but they're so cute.
Does Condo check in today?
Yeah. It's a bird. Where's our
They are all about the treats.
Hi, little sheep. Oh, hello. Yeah.
They're like rearing up and practicing fighting with each other. That's what I was smelling at. Don't chew my wire. It's my Wi-Fi.
All right, guys, we're gonna put these away and see a camel. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on, babies.
Come on, guys.
Come on in here, girls.
Go. Come on, get out of there.
One of my daughters does cosmetology. She was just making crazy things on biologics. Biolush, weird hair colors like gradual hair colors and stuff. I have to get them to show Grant how to make the stalls look nice.